start of the final quarter in the Collingwood-St Kilda game, with St Kilda leading now by the best part of 30 points, 5 goals. Ball is in the possession of Barry Pascoe, surrendered to Wayne Richardson, who will kick to the outer goal. He's on the half-forward line. St Kilda led at the respective changes by 3 points, 12 points, 29 points. The scoreboard is dismal for Collingwood. They have 1 goal, 18 on the board. They've had ever so many more scoring chances than St Kilda, yet they're miles behind. They're 29 points down. The ball is kicked into the full forward area. Legasic sees it go to Conbritt. He's grabbed and nabbed properly by O'Day, but descriptive license when I say properly. I don't mean it in a sense according to the rules, because obviously he dumped him, pushed him up in the back, and Britt gets a chance to score from a 45-degree angle, if not more, and a distance of 30 yards.
Well, 118, let's see what he can do. Collingwood need 5 goals straight to hit the front. There's a shot by Britt. Oh, it's 119. If Collingwood could just get this goal that they're so anxiously trying for, and their little men or their smaller players swing into the game, then they could still be in business. The last time St Kilda won here was in 1963. Collingwood have won 101 games against St Kilda. St Kilda have won 29.
Ditterich to accept the mark, but couldn't. Picked up here by Rob Farmer. A left foot kick by him is going right across the face of the sticks. Players scurry for it now. Legasic going hard, but the ball is too fast for the players, and the boundary umpire takes over from here. Hibbert waiting behind for the ruck contest, but it went straight to Bonney. He sharked it. Hibbert then grabbed Bonney. The kick is here to the half-back flank. It's not too far. It's on the half-forward line for the Collingwood team. Therefore, a messed-up hand pass by Rob Palmer. The ball has gone right across through Stewart. Trott's boot to Moran, and Moran kicks to the half-forward line, and a chance for Davis to mark. Down on the ground. Picked up by Boyne. Boyne pushed in the side. Fair play. The ball has gone towards Moran. Wallace is on the field, number 4. Did wear number 36. Wallace kicking the ball into the centre. St Kilda are missing Ross Smith, taken by Trott. Trott kicks the ball into the full forward area. They've had Baldock on since half-time. Started off in the reserves bench. It was a surprise move. Got a great round when he came onto the field. Cowboy Neal, who's kicked 2 goals too, missed 2 sitters. The ball is right across into the far pocket. Verdon Howell on the move here. He's being tackled by Green. Verdon Howell looking for a hand pass. Gives it to John O'Donnell. O'Donnell quickly gets it onto his boot. That should be a goal.
Very good play. I thought Verdon Howell did a remarkable job there. He kept at it, made an error, recovered, but eventually gave a telling handball. And another goal is the result for St Kilda, and it's a very valuable one. Makes them 9 goals, 5 to 119. That makes Collingwood 25 points. Their lowest score ever against St Kilda was 3 goals, 11, which is 29 in 1909.
Gary Wallace, a regular rover last year, on the bench this week until now. Over to Conbritt. Conbritt on the forward line, grab, well tackled by St Kilda. It's Twiggy done. Giving them the run around a bit. Left foot kick, out of bounds. (9-5 to 119). St Kilda leading.
Collingwood are trying to bring the ball out rather than give it out. Jenkins, nobody could win it. It's taken away here by Colling. He kicks it high in the air. Not a very good kick. Watt high above the pack. It goes to Bonney. He's smothered before he can get his kick, and Watt seizes the opportunity. Being well shepherded for by Gary Wallace. He's kicked down towards the full forward position. Jacks, high above the pack with Bob Pascoe. Couldn't hold it. Umpire Mark says that Murray has been held with the ball against his body, so it's a baller.
The ball up right in front of the Collingwood goals, only 10 yards outside the goal square. Wayne Richardson skirting the fringes. It's O'Day with the ball. Can't get up onto his feet. Well, what do you say about that decision, former umpire Ian Cleveland?
I cannot agree with it in any way whatsoever. It's a bad decision.
Rob Farmer has the ball. Kilda's hope is, of course, that he isn't kicking better than he was at the other end of the ground the last quarter. Is this their second goal? Only their second goal for the match. Look at the crowd in front. Of derisiveness in the cheering, together with some release of pent-up frustration. Only their second goal for the match. Their first came midway through the second quarter.
And this is 4 minutes into the last quarter. It makes them 2-19, but St Kilda are 9-5. Here come Collingwood again. Dunn has it. He gets away there from Bonnie. Kicks down towards the half-forward line. Trying a one-hander there was Barry Pascoe, but he's been well backed up by John Lilly, who clears it across the half-back line and out of bounds.
2 goals 19, Collingwood. That's 31 points. St Kilda, 9 goals 5, 59. 6 minutes into the final term. Ditteridge coming up onto the ball. O'Day. Hand pass to Breen. Couldn't get a kick in. Ditteridge throws his weight in. Collingwood about to bring Searle on, so they'll have their 19th and 20th men on the field any moment from now. Wallace, the rover, is already playing.
Free kick to 33 to 31 in favour of Collingwood.
Ditteridge versus Thompson. Ditteridge a free kick. What was Tomo doing there? Lagassic coming off the field. Searle has taken his place. They're throwing everything into it now. It's do or die for the Magpies. Are they going to lose 3 in a row? The ball is taken by Pitt. He's looking here for Con Britt. Can Britt cover the ground? He does. Run straight to the trot, and it helps him. Pulls him up. Steadies. Kicks the ball into the full forward pocket. Barry Pascoe is one of St Kilda's best, that's for sure.
I've got a feeling that this St Kilda backline would just want to be a bit steadier if Collingwood are really to come right back into the game.
Barry Pascoe's 18th kick from 10 marks goes wide to the half-back flank. Collingwood big fellas are there. Green takes the knock down, kicks it down towards the half-forward line. Ditteridge gets underneath it and takes a hammering as well as the mark.
This was good to bring Ditteridge into the game. He's been out of it for a while. He's the only fella that's really held the big Collingwood followers.
There's his kick. Out to dual Brownlow medalist Ian Stewart is on the half-back flank. A short pass going up towards the half-forward line, looking for Alan Davis. Boyne is there. Boyne keeps it in play, tries to handball it over his head, but I think he's across the line. Round the umpire, Hicks is going to bring the ball back 30 or 40 yards. No, it's a free kick. Free kick to Ian Stewart, away back on the half-back line once more. There's a left foot kick, and this time it's out of bounds, and it's still 9-5 to 2-19. Which means that St Kilda lead by 4 goals, 6 minutes into this last quarter. Another throw in. This time we see 28 Thompson, 30 Alexander. Coming into the picture in a minute will be Ditteridge. There he goes against Alexander. Number 10, Thompson over the top. It's taken away by Bonnie. Ditteridge again handballs it across there towards Colling, gets it up towards the half-forward line. Nobody can mark it. It bounces away. Now it goes to Alan Davis. Caught pretty high. The umpire says play on. Gives him the free kick. Beautiful handball by St Kilda to Stuart Trott. He steadies, drives to the open goals, but he's miscued just a little bit, and it's a point to make St Kilda 9-6.
And notice on the ball in with both Alexander and Thompson, they're literally competing with each other. I don't see a great deal of value in this. It's St Kilda that move the ball around and consequently get the balanced shots at goal.
It's a kick out, and a lovely mark has been taken by John Manzie on the half-forward flank for St Kilda. St Kilda's little fellows, they realise Ross Smith is not on the ground, hasn't been since half-time. They're asserting themselves. Trott, Manzie and Moran.
Manzie's kick. Within 10 yards of the sticks, and the mark is taken by Jenkin. How many is that for the day?
That's his 6th mark, and he's had 9 kicks.
Jenkin in defence for the Magpie team. They're kicking to the outer goal, but a long way from this point to there. Bonnie was in front, St Kilda playing in front continually. Manzie getting buffeted there, but making the ball his objective. Collingwood pull it out of the mire. Went from Adamson over to Pitt. He lost it. It's come back here towards who's that? That Adamson again. He's back in the fray once more. Wallace is on the bottom of the stack. And he has the ball taken off him by the umpire. In person by Bonnie. And it's his free kick. Penalty against Wallace. Hanging onto it for too long. The ball into the goal square almost.
Jenkins and Hugg don't know whose kick it is. Hugg points to Jenkins. Jenkins points to Hugg, but eventually it's Jenkins.
Collingwood 2 goals 19, 31. St Kilda 9 goals 6, 60. 10 minutes into the final quarter. Ricky Watt going up in the middle. He's sandwiched, and a beautiful mark was taken by Ian Stewart. He's been pretty quiet today.
Yes, this is
the beauty of these players.
This is going to be his 6th kick from 3 marks.
The beauty of this sort of player is you can be quiet all day, but he flashes into it and does remarkably well in the last quarter.
There's a very poor kick by Stewart standard, and it's been easily marked by Ted Potter in the last line of defence. Give a kick, a short pass on the back line, high in the air to Wallace. He just gets it in time before he's tackled by Manzie. That's It's not the Potter touch on the back line. He generally clears it with strong kicks. There's the kick by Wallace. He's looking out here for Dunn. Dunn is too good in the air. Gets away. Has a bounce. Steadies himself and drop kicks it down towards centre half forward. There's a chance there for Brett. It's over his head. A free kick going against Brett. Don't agree with this. Two players were going for the ball. Okay, so they hit each other a little bit, but this umpire is just a little too technical.
I think he's a good bit too technical.
O'Day, centre half back. Oh, towed it. Went to a man, luckily. Picked up by Colling. His kick is into the centre of the ground. And there's a good Collingwood mark. Player is Ricky Watt, a left-footer. Favours, of course, running to the left. Put down by Verdon Howe, but it was a fair tackle. He had played on. The ball is marked here by Lilly, who's up in the back pocket and is flung down by Wallace, who won't let him go. It's a serious situation for Collingwood, and as time ticking away, it seems that they're going to lose 3 in a row. Indecision here as to what's going on. What did you make of what was happening? They're pulling Wallace back 15 yards.
Well, he did come up over the mark, but I thought the St Kilda player messed around too long. He's in a bad position. Get the ball up the ground.
11 minutes into the last quarter, and there's a good mark taken down there by Jenkins, who's burning in the last 10 minutes of play. That's his 8th mark.
Jenkins, half-back flank. Straight down the centre. They've got to use the direct approach to Ditterich, and it's his mark. Ditterich's short kick, and Baldock's in front, and there's his first touch of the ball. He's been taking it very quietly, and he kicked that one pretty gently and gingerly too. It's onto the half-forward line. Baldock is there just as a stopgap, and that's all. Alan Davis wasn't too pleased with the way he was tackled there. No penalty against Collingwood by the umpire, and there's a throw-in. Jenkin again, or was it Ernie Hug? It was Hug, and it's to Tweak. Done for the Collingwood team, kicking the ball to centre half forward towards Big Thompson, but it's Thompson out of position. Good play by Kennedy. They whipped him into the play. He was in front, and he stood his ground very firmly, and he took the mark. It was a good mark. The ball into the centre. Wayne Richardson might break away from Bonnie here. Does. Gets the run. A good kick going into the full forward area. Can Searle or Thompson mark? It's hooked over the back of the pack, and it's out of play. No score.
9-6, which is 60 points to St Kilda. 2-19, which is 31 to Collingwood. 13 minutes into this last quarter. Just a few yards away from the Collingwood post, and we see Thompson and Ditterich. 2 star ruckmen against each other. Thompson tries to take it out of the air, almost succeeded. The ball's taken away there by Bonnie. His kick goes out towards Jenkins. There's Tully, who's been very quiet since half-time. Steadies, drives it into the goal square, and it's a shocking kick for direction, and once more it's across the line. Nine times St Kilda have beaten Collingwood in 130 clashes. They haven't won here since 1963.
Thompson pushes Ditterich out. It's obviously Ditterich's kick. Once you've got a certain amount of ability to get into league football, I think 90% of the game is confidence, and Collingwood just don't have that, and Thompson obviously is lacking it in big proportions. Is a magnificent player who, has lost all semblance of form.
Tony, I think you've summed it up 100%. There just isn't an air of confidence about Collingwood at all. They're walking with their heads down, and this is how they're playing.
14 minutes into the last quarter, 9-6 to 2-19, St Kilda well in control.
Bonnie racing around too fast for the big fella Jenkins. Tully apologises for putting Bonnie into the fence.
That's not very Collingwood-like, is it?
Throw in.
34 to 36 to the free kicks in favour of St Kilda.
Jenkins 14 contesting the rucking business with Ditterich over their heads, and Hug got a shock and missed it from there, and I don't know what that free kick's for, but Ditterich is certainly getting plenty in the ruck now.
I know we're talking about a Collingwood that's out of form and must do better, but I'm convinced they have lost that ruthlessness that made Collingwood so famous.
55 to 49 of the marks in favour of Collingwood. It is down towards the half-forward line. No marks as the umpire play on, so he'll come in and ball it up. We're exactly halfway through the final term. as umpire Mark bounces on the half-forward line, and Cowboy Neal gets high in the air, but the ball's taken away by Adamson. Comes down towards the half-forward line, and there's Ditterich again. He's in the right place at the right time.
60 to 31, 60 points to 31. They've doubled Collingwood's score. It's been that state of affairs several times in the latter part of this game. They're 5 goals up, and time is really ticking away for the Magpies. But games are all... Yeah, what happened here? Alan Davis isn't worried. He seemed to be on the receiving end, but he wanted to run back for the kick. They're getting excited. Des Nisbet, chairman of selectors, up there in the coach's box. That's John O'Donnell standing up high. Where angels fear to tread.
It's St. Kilda that are doing the fierce things at the moment.
Out here on the centre wing, Dunn got rid of the ball before tackled. His free kick against Colling.
Go back.
Right behind the play where the umpire is, things have been happening.
The umpire was forced to go back to the other half-forward line to separate Jenkin and Hug and Baldock, who were all involved in the scrimmage. He didn't see what went on this side of the ground. He's doing the right thing. He stopped play. Now he's coming back to ball it up on the centre wing position.
I think this is good for St. Kilda. The Collingwood half-forward Dalton has broken away, and now the ball goes back and they'll ball it up. It's all St. Kilda's way.
Bounce up on the centre wing on the Collingwood members' side. Jenkins, beautiful knockaway. Oh, as good as a stab pass. It's onto the half-forward line, rescued by O'Day. Tough customer, this. He plays the defender's role and shoots the line. Minutes, final quarter. Oh, Stewart's kick. A trip. Reflex action.
Stewie can't take a trick. Everywhere he runs today, he runs into a great big body or a great big elbow or a great big boot.
Stewart. Just on the defence side of the halfway mark. Beautiful drop kick, half-forward line. Good attempted mark, but it didn't come off, and here's Jenkins winning himself another kick. He's had a bundle in this final quarter. Breen was in front and pulled down. Breen's free kick.
Yes, I think it was a free kick. You can't hang on to people that are going legitimately for the ball.
There's Breen with it on the half-back flank. A very poor kick, nearly stopped by Wallace. Here comes Pitt. He will handball it across towards Wallace. Wallace will circle around, get away from Breen because he slipped. There's his kick down towards the forward line. Searle is there, and a good mark to Searle. Manoeuvred himself in front of Murray and cleverly took this mark.
Searle came on as 19th man in place of Hibbert. Oh, they've got out of bounds-itis. It's just one of those days, and the sooner they forget it, the better. But of course, as time's going on, it's getting a bit desperate because they've lost 3 in a row.
That's the scoreboard at the 19-minute mark in the last quarter.
Alexander versus Ditterich. Alexander, kick at the sticks. Best mark of the day. Lilly into the centre. Stewart, his mark, has to be.
He's got a biff on the head again. Where he goes.
Stewart in the centre. Oh, that's a beautiful drop kick right over centre half forward. Davis up from behind, but as the man in front, that should be a Collingwood mark. I can't see that Davis has reason to complain about that, and Peter Boyne will take the kick. Well, Collingwood selectors have acted pretty harshly on the reverses they've so far had. What will they do next Thursday night?
There's Wallace leading in the race to the ball. He's grabbed and dragged to the ground. The umpire says play on. Carl Ditterich tried to give it across towards Colling, but chipping in is Bob Farmer. He gets away there from Moran. He gets his kick back towards the centre of the ground. All St. Kilda. Ian Stewart marks it quite comfortably. The scoreboard is still 2-19 Collingwood to 9-6 St. Kilda, and it's on the half-forward line. Trotter's bundled out of the road. The umpire chipped in and he said he was pushed. Now the mark, the St. Kilda free kicks are 39. 36 free kicks to Collingwood, and the goal kickers for St. Kilda are Neil, Davis, Barry, Pascoe and O'Donnell 2 each, and Wonder Howell. And there's a good kick. down towards the half-forward line, and a mark from the back by Ernie Hugg, who played on, handballed it across the pit, chipping in is Con Britt. Britt handballed it across to Dunn. Dan handballed it across to Pitt. Pitt has a shot for goal, and a mark by Bob Murray.
Well, at least Collingwood played together there.
Dunn. Left puts it back towards the forward pocket, and before Murray can mark it, it's across the line. The only 2 goal kickers for Collingwood, one to Farmer and one to Hibbert. But Farmer has also kicked 5 behind. Throw in 10 yards away from the goal to which Collingwood are kicking. Kennedy gets it across towards Lilly. Lilly's in all sorts of trouble here underneath stacks of players, and umpire Marks will ball it up.
There has not only been careless kicking towards goal, there's been some pretty careless kicking away from it.
Kennedy knocks it out. It's going to be sharked here by Wayne Richardson, and once more it'll go out of bounds. We're 22 minutes into this last quarter. 9-6, which is 60 St Kilda, 2-19-31 Collingwood. St Kilda well in control of the game. Dittrich jinking high above, but it's taken away there by Bonnie. Bonnie gets it out to the wing, and the markers there have been taken for St Kilda by one of their really good players in Moran. Steadies himself, drives it with a beautiful drop kick wide to the wing, and it'll beat all players across the line. Moran has had 15 kicks for St Kilda.
It's quite noticeable that St Kilda have kicked to the wings, the half-forward flanks, to open this game up, and it's been very necessary because it's Collingwood that's just fallen into the prop and cop game, and they haven't really benefited much at all.
Free kick to looks like O'Donnell. O'Donnell kicks up towards the half-forward line. Collingwood. Adamson nearly had the mark. There's a chance for Davis. Davis took it away from him, steadies, kicks up towards the full forward position. The goal umpire, why he is chasing, indicates that it's a point. 9-7 St Kilda.
Well, Collingwood have got out of some remarkable nets in their time. If they get out of this one, it'll be a world's record.
It certainly will, Alan. We're 23 minutes into the last quarter, and I need 5 goals.
Well, that's what I said. It'd be a world's record. You don't get them for nothing.
Stewart Trott. Constable Trott is bundled out of the road. Oh, no, he couldn't get away with it. There's a chance there for Barry Pascoe, who's been a bit quiet in this last quarter. He's played a great game. Peter Boyne comes through for Collingwood, kicks it high in the air. There's a chance for Farmer. Hugg in front of the pack will mark it uncontested, but there's a mark against Farmer. At least a free kick against Farmer will be taken by Barry Breen.
Well, can you play them every time in league football, Ian, in Auckland?
No, I don't think so. That wasn't He's disappointed me, I'm afraid to say, Alan. I like to give the umpire a fair go, but he has disappointed me with his exhibition today. He hasn't helped the game at all.
There's another indifferent kick from the back line. You just can't do those sort of things.
Richardson gets it down towards Hugg again. Hugg gets it. He's on the half-forward line. Plays on with a shocking style of kick, and Murray has no worries about marking this. Some of Collingwood's big men have got no idea of kicking a ball. Bob Murray, look at that for a drop kick. Beautiful. The mark in front to Graham O'Donnell. And he's doing pretty well. This is going to be the 17th kick from 3 good marks. There's O'Donnell's kick. Up towards the half-forward line, and it's a St Kilda mark. This time it's been marked by John Manzi. He's on a half-forward flank. Kicks it high in the air to a short pass from Neal. It's over the head of the pack. Neal's got the big chance. Turns, kicks, a left footer. Beautiful goal by Neal.
Well, that's been the difference between the two sides all day long. Collingwood have attacked for more than their portion of the game, but when they get it in front of goals, they don't do anything constructive with it, either playing together or in the form of kicking goals. St Kilda have kept their forward lines open. They've used intelligent handball, and they've made the most of their limited opportunities.
24 minutes in the last quarter, and St Kilda are 10-7. Collingwood 2-19. O'Donnell wins this knockdown. A big fight between 2 players. Oh, Bonnie received a whack in the head to go on with. Oh, he'll rub that tonight. Dittrich. Nice one-handed knock, but it's Wayne Richardson coming through the pack with the ball. A good kick. Murray sets himself for it, and Searle and Murray nearly marked it, but now he gets away, picks it up beautifully on the run, gets his left foot to it, and he's hurt his leg again. He's played today his first game after a serious knee injury. I
Thought he pulled his leg there. There's no mistake about it. He's got remarkable recovery. Murray, he was sort of laughed out of that business, and he finished up with the ball anyway.
Ditterich took the ball out of the air, grabbed high, free kick to Ditterich, grabbed around the neck. Well, Ditterich has done well. This is going to be his 15th kick for the game, and it's his 7th in this quarter, and he's taken 7 marks. Not a very good kick. We're 25 minutes into the last quarter at Victoria Park, and Collingwood at 2:19, trailing that score of St Kilda's. They're 67. Jenkins knocks it down beautifully. Chance for Tully. He's been quiet. Tully's kicked it down towards the full forward position. And in front of Ditterich, another free kick to Ditterich across the neck.
There's not a doubt that any chance that Collingwood did have, apart from their inaccuracy in front of goals, the advent of Ditterich both onto the ball and the back line in the last quarter sewed the game up for the St Kilda side.
The 16 kicks he's had, he only had 8 up in the first 3 quarters, but 8 this quarter. There's a throw in on the half-forward line. O'Donnell against Jenkins. Jenkins wins it again. It's out towards Richardson. Richardson's had a bundle of kicks. He's had 18 kicks as well. How many? Play on. There's a chance there. Good piece of play by Breen. He got a bad knee in the back. But the ball has gone out towards O'Day. O'Day kicks it wide to the wing. High above the pack was Potter. Couldn't mark it. It goes out towards Baldock, who came on at half-time. He hasn't tried very hard, believe you me. Richardson's grabbed around the neck. It'll be to Richardson.
You could very nearly say that St Kilda have won this with 17 men. How many kicks has Bonnie had?
Bonnie's had 11.
He's broken away quite a lot. How's Clyde played?
Who? Clyde? Oh, you threw me. Oh, brother. There's Ditterich again, but this time it's a free kick against Ditterich for pushing Hug in the back. Clyde, what are you doing to me? I'm in enough trouble.
Went through to the keeper.
2 minutes into the time-on period in the last quarter. 10-7 to 2:19. Here's Hug. St Kilda well in control. Hug's kick is a fairly good one. Chance for Alexander. He's marked it straight in front. He's no more than 15 yards out, straight in front of the goal.
All these fellas, these bigger fellas, have marked very well for Collingwood, but it hasn't done them very much good at all.
There's the final siren. Alexander has the chance to kick a goal and make Collingwood 3:19 if he can. He'll have to hurry. There's a million coming onto the field. Alexander's kick is the same. It's not even a score. He's 15 yards out. So the final scores are St Kilda 10 goals 7, 67. Defeated Collingwood 2:19, 31.
It's the age-old story that you've got to kick goals to win football matches.